Hello and welcome back to Views on the Road. I'm your host Steph, and it's raining outside, it's snowing, it's hot, it's cold. We really don't know, but one thing we do know is that this casserole is going to make each and every one of you really happy. We're using potatoes, we're using ground beef, and a delicious creamy poblano sauce. This rice is super easy to make. All you have to do is place your pot on a medium heat, add 1 tablespoon of oil, add your clean rice, and continue until it's nice and toasted. Once it's nice and toasted, you're going to go ahead and add some salt, Mexican oregano, your water quantity as suggested on your package, and your vinegar. Give that a loving mix and cook until it's ready. You'll need 8 to 10 potatoes. Peel your potatoes and slice them into rounds. Place them in the microwave for 10 to 12 minutes and place a damp paper towel over your potatoes to avoid oxidation. I'm using 10 poblanos and I'm gonna roast them until they're nice and charred. Once I get my poblanos nice and charred, I'm gonna place them into a container so that they can sweat, making it easier for us to peel the skin off. Once you remove all the skin from your poblano peppers, you wanna make sure to remove the stems and the seeds, and once you're done with that, you're gonna place them right into your blender. And remember to save 2 of them because we're going to need some for our filling and also for our topping. Once you add your poblanos, you're going to add a big bunch of cilantro. About how many stems? About 50. And if you want some added spice, you can add some serranos or jalapenos. 15 ounces of crema fresca. 1.5 cups of warm water. 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. A handful of your favorite melty cheese. You can use mozzarella, queso Oaxaca, Chihuahua, you name it. So long as it can melt, you're gonna add a handful. And now we're gonna blend until smooth. And boom, done. Let's go cook our beef. Place your pan on a medium heat and add about 1 tablespoon of oil. Next, you're gonna add your ground beef. And this is what I do when I forget to thaw my ground beef. I tend to place it on the pan just like this. And I was supposed to show you guys this last summer, but we got busy, things happen, life. I turn it over and I scrape. And the parts that I scrape off are the ones that I start mashing down just like this.
It reminds me of when parents used to say, hey, take out the ground beef before they got home from work. And you forgot to take out the ground beef.
Take it easy on the teenagers. If it's ground beef, if it's chicken, then we're going to have to talk to them.
Those sweeties are busy. They have a lot going on.
They really do. I pray for them. School isn't easy.
Yeah.
You know, the social aspect of it can cause anybody stress. So be gentle and kind to your kids. Especially if they come home with those red eyes from the lights. Oh my gosh, those used to give me such a horrible headache.
Or the hungry eyes coming out of the bus.
Yep.
Coming off the bus.
Yep, hungry eyes. And I'm just going to continue to do the same thing with this ground beef until it's all crumbly like this on the side. And we're just about done breaking down the frozen ground beef. And not to worry, it's not going to be overly dried or overly cooked. We're going to season this to perfection. If you like ground cumin, go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, add 1 of your roasted poblano peppers, give that a loving mix, and continue to cook for another minute to a minute and a half. And boom, done! Time to assemble our casserole. And if you have one of these cool spoons, you can use that instead of a fork for your rice. Look at that. Keep it nice and fluffy. Just like me.
Is that a pasta spoon?
I believe it is.
It's a rice spoon now.
It's now a rice spoon. Place a little bit of your sauce at the bottom of your baking dish. Oh, I went a lot. That's okay.
I've never seen you sample a sauce so many times like this one.
I'm like, with this sauce, I'm acting like you did with the chicken one.
Hey.
Place your corn tortillas right here at the bottom. And you can use flour tortillas. Just make sure that you toast them a little bit before you place them at the bottom of your baking dish. Yeah, that fits a lot better. Add your rice. And our oregano rice came out so good today. I mean, it's always good, but something about it today was just like, hey, I'm going to show up for this casserole.
And not that anyone's counting, but you also have spoonfuls of that rice.
Hush, Cloud. Hush. Don't embarrass me in front of our friends.
I'm usually the one carrying spoons in my pocket for taste testing everything.
Yeah, I think a lot of you are going to be amazed with this casserole today. You know when every single flavor of your casserole just shines on its own? That's exactly what this casserole does.
This one will help you get a star in your Casserole Mom badge.
Yeah, you're going to be award winner soon. Sprinkle about 2 handfuls of cheese. You don't have to be too heavy for this layer. Next, you're going to add your layer of your ground beef. Some of you might want to use your taco seasoning for the ground beef, and I'm going to say for this casserole, try not to. But if that's all you have, go ahead. And then when you get a chance to make it this way, I think you're going to understand the difference. Now I'm going to add a little bit more of our sauce. Just enough to cover all of your ingredients. And have a spoon ready, because if you're just going to pour it in, you're going to run out of sauce, and we need some for later. And now you're going to layer your beautifully cooked potatoes. You might find that some of them have a little bit of oxidation. Not to worry, we're human, it happens. They're potatoes, so just flip it over. Ooh, that's hot. Next, you're going to pour your sauce. And be careful because you don't want to overflow. But you do want to make sure that every single potato is coated with your sauce. And next, you want to layer a lot of cheese. You're going to need anywhere from 3 to 4 cups of cheese total for this recipe. As I mentioned earlier, you wanted to save 2 poblano peppers, 1 for your filling, and then 1 to sprinkle over the top. They're just thin little strips. And then you just want to decorate. Next, you're going to place your casserole in your oven for 45 minutes at 380 degrees. The last 15 minutes of your bake time, you want to remove the foil and continue to bake until everything's nice and gooey. I have a little bit of sauce left over and I'm going to use it. So to your hot pan, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. Once your butter melts, you're going to add the remaining sauce. Give that a loving mix to fully combine your ingredients, and you're going to continue to cook for 5 to 6 minutes on a medium-low heat. And this sauce is going to help us plate our casserole beautifully. You guys are going to feel like you're fine dining.
We like a good experience.
And you're going to experience that today, Cloud.
All right.
And boom, done. Our casserole's ready. And boom, done. Who's ready for a bite? I'm gonna need somebody very special to say,
Ooh, buen provecho.
Oh, you wanted that piece?
I've had a lot. Spoonfuls.
Careful, allow your casserole to rest at least 10 to 15 minutes before you serve. It is very hot, but we can't resist, so we're going in. Wow. This is a great casserole because it's both filling and flavorful. I hope that you guys enjoy this as much as our family does. As always, Cloud and I are wishing you the best. We absolutely adore you. Make sure if you like this recipe, you subscribe, comment, and like. And on that one, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hello.